welcome to my channel. This is Leslie and today I am taking part in the paper issues fall crop, and it's this weekend, all this weekend, and head on over to the paper issues friends and fans Facebook group and take part in all the wonderful challenges that they have going on there. It's a fabulous group of scrapbooking ladies, and if you're not part of a scrapbooking community, it's definitely then for you. It's a wonderful group of crafters and very talented ladies. So the challenge that I'm taking part in today is called Wild West, and you know, you can sort of go a bit broad with this topic. So what I decided is I am going to do a zoo layout with my boys and my husband. My boys were really small. Andre, I think, was just over a year old, and Etienne must have been about 3. So this was a long time ago. Now the collection that I am planning on using is the Wild Heart from Crate Paper, and I don't know if you remember or if you're familiar with this collection, but there's a lot of sort of animal detail. It's a very sort of tropical, I don't know, rainforesty feel to it, but I'm going to be using it for my zoo layout. This is really cute for a leopard and butterfly, and E for elephant, and it's so age appropriate because they were so small. So this paper, however, is from my stash. This is going to be my background paper, and it's it's old. It's an old Kaiser Craft paper, and it's just from the Timeless collection. I don't even know if you get it anymore. I've taken out some of my twine. This is just scraggly twine, and yeah, so let's see where this layout goes. What I'm planning is I'm planning on putting my photos, like a photo strip, down on this side of the paper and then embellishing like this. Okay, so first things first, I am just going to be trimming that branding strip off that piece of paper from Kaiser Craft, and I'm going to be cutting my photos. Now, this little paper trimmer I have had for years, and I got it at a shop called Chibo, and it's a German shop, but it is, I don't think it is available in the States, but I know it's available in Europe, and obviously now, well, it's in Dubai. I got it in Dubai. So I'm just going to be cutting my photos to mimic a photo strip all the way down the left side of my page. And I would just like to apologize for the glare of my light in my photo. And it's a new light that I got, but obviously I still have to figure out how to use it properly so that I don't have that glare on my photos. It takes wonderful photos, however. I don't struggle with taking photos after I do my layouts anymore, but I obviously there's that glare now in my process video, so I'm just going to have to make a plan. So there you see that I did cut up those cutter parts that I told you about, that I thought was age appropriate for this layout, and the elephant and the butterfly and the tropical the cutter part with the word tropical on it, they are sort of cut off. They were on the edges of the paper, so I'm going to use them on the edges of my layouts as well. So I'm going to swap that yellow elephant for the pink elephant, and then I'm going to use that yellow elephant down at the bottom of my layout, so that it looks like it's running off the page. I really liked this sort of leopard print paper, and I thought it was really cute, you know, to go with the whole thing I've got going with my kids, and well, with me and my hubby being at the zoo with my kids. And yeah, so obviously when kids are that small, the only things they really want to see at the zoo are the lions and the leopards and the big things there. So yeah, so I thought adding a lot of the leopard print and two of those, one of the cutter parts with the leopard and then another little tag with the leopard on it will really be appropriate. Now I am going to do my journaling off camera, and you're not going to see my journaling in the stills on the end as well, because it's a bit personal for this layout, but I'm going to be placing my journaling just on the right hand side of my layout in that open bit. So anyway, I do carry on taking out most of the embellishments for this kit, and yeah, you see that I've got lots of embellishments left. I mean, these kits go so far. I have made close to probably about 10 layouts already with this kit, and I have so much left. I don't have so many of the 12 by 12 papers left, but I still have the 6 by 8 book left and paper pad, and the 6 by 6 paper pad left, and I haven't used, I think I haven't used any of that. So anyway, so that little tab that I put, or that little card that I put by the pink elephant, says I like you and naps, and I felt that was very appropriate for this layout. And my title for this layout is going to be Furry Story, just you know, because we went to the zoo and it was a very cute day. Now you see that I did move that butterfly to the top of the layout, so that there is something running off the page at the top of the layout and something running off the page at the bottom of the layout. Now I had all my days with this sewing machine today, and when I had my Singer sewing machine, I used to blame the Singer sewing machine, and I know in America they call it a Singer. But anyway, I had all my days with my Singer, and then I thought if I got this machine, it would stitch more easily on paper, and then I wouldn't struggle so much. But I had my days. I broke 2 nails. It was just, yeah, 2 needles, excuse me. I broke 2 needles. The thread kept on breaking, and yeah, so something's telling me it's not the sewing machine. That's the problem. So I don't know. I did watch a couple of tutorials on YouTube about that, about the We Are Memory Keeper sewing machine, but obviously I'm going to have to do some more homework with that. So what I did with the sewing machine was I stitched all around the edges of those little cards, the cutter parts, and around the leopard in the yellow tag that is on the left hand side of my photo. I did leave a lot of the threads just hanging loosely. I am going to glue them down just a little bit so that they form little nests on that right hand side of the layout. And yes, so there's nothing much to this layout. I know I say that a lot when I do layouts like this, but really it was just all about arranging something that is aesthetically pleasing and that was compositionally pleasing to the eye. So, and that's it. So what I used there is just the negative bits of the pop dot circles, or the pop, what do you call them, those little foam circles, and I'm just going to use them behind the photo so that the photos pop up a little bit, just for some extra dimension. Now there is a lot of layers on this layout, but I needed something with some serious dimension on it. So what I also do is I give that little I like you and naps, I pop that up on some foam squares as well. The one bit, I just add some foam squares to the right hand side of the little card, and then I just glue the left hand side of the card to the photo, because it's already popped up. The photo's already popped up, and I really loved the fact that this collection had one of those little film strips. And I mean, I completely forgot that this collection had it, and as soon as I opened the ephemera pack and I pulled it out, I thought, oh man, I have to use it on this, because it's sort of, you know, it goes so well with the fact that I'm trying to, you know, create a film strip with my photos. And that stapler has some rose gold staples in it, and they are from We Are Memory Keepers, and they are the large staples, and I'm just going to be stapling them at the top and at the bottom. And if you hear a lot of screaming and shouting in the background of my voiceover, it's just my kids playing downstairs. It's weekend here in my husband's home, so they are wrestling and they are playing. We've got this little bouncy castle tent thing downstairs for Lucy, and it's big enough for all the kids to sit in, and you know, they are really enjoying that at the moment. So we are not killing our children, people. They are just having a lot of fun downstairs. So if you do hear them screaming, that's what they're doing. They're just having lots of fun. Anyway, I was planning on using those gold stickers of the leaves on this layout, but then I remembered that I added some rose gold staples, and I didn't want to, you know, clash with the yellow gold. I do doodle around my title, Furry Stories, so that it just stands out a little bit more. And I am going to be doodling around the tab with the leopard on it, and then I am going to put a doodly border around my whole 12 by 12 layout. I don't use too much chipboard on this layout, but I do find some places for some of those puffy stickers, sorry. And then I wanted to add that beautiful paper clip with the acrylic leaf on it, and I do glue the bit that overlaps onto my title. I do glue the acrylic paper clip to that bit so that it just doesn't fall off, because it's at an angle that would make it fall off easily. So, and there you see that I am going to be just very lightly adhering those little thread bits to my paper. I wanted them to keep them very loosely adhered and sort of organically shaped, so that they can just take on whichever shape they want to, and you know, in the future. So but yes, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that light. You see the glare is quite hectic, but anyway, I'll do some research and I'll think of something to do. But anyway, I'm going to do my doodly border, and that is it for this layout. If you're interested in taking part in the fall crop, please don't hesitate to go visit the Friends and Fans group of Paper Issues and take part. Bye.